everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Thank you for that. And thank you for all your support in regards to my introduction. Absolutely. Gosh, you guys are amazing. Okay, very quickly, there has been reports of a WhatsApp spammer replying to comments. Unfortunately, the way the YouTube comments search option thingy works, I can't find replies to comments unless it's a reply to a comment that I've made as a reply to a comment. So they are very difficult to find on occasion. So if you see one of those, please click on the three little dots that are to the side of that obvious spam bot comment, because I don't have a WhatsApp account and I would never ask you to pay me for a reading, and they are very obvious as spam. Click on the three dots. Often it's a different font, which means that when I have words blocked, they don't necessarily pick up that spam. Click on the three dots and report it, and you can report it as whatever you like. You can be reported as spam. You can report it as PORN. You can report it as whatever you like. Go for it. Have a field day. Okay, just a very quick correction. It's Mullen that's Homeland Security and Bill Pustule that's DNI. I can't even remember what his name really is. Pustule will do for him because that's pretty much what he is. Entertainment only. Yes, thank you for all your comments as well. It's a lapis lazuli, as I looked at the images and could discern due to the inclusions in it. Absolutely gorgeous. And the lovely person who sent it to me, Sally, mentioned in the comments that the reason she chose it was because of the lotus at the top there. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Sally. Absolutely love it. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? Oh, there's a few things that have come out. Go over and have a look at my post section. I do put a few bits and pieces there. The video of the orange fool, idiot, grasping, groping Brigitte Macron by the backside when they lined up for a public photo. What? Excuse my expression there, that'll probably be my thumbnail. They'll be going, thank goodness he leaves today. Just really? Like, really? Could you just not keep it to yourself for 2 days? Like, anyhow, and this is the person they were all banging on about allegedly being a man. And of course, then you've got all the troll bots or whatever you like to call them, commenting all over social media, calling Michelle Obama Mike. Oh, please, just grow up, come up with something new. And it's very much as though you all got the memo to make that particular comment. Oh, just totter off back to your shells or under your rock. Okay, Dan Bongino, that's who I want to talk about in this particular reading. Sorry about my rant at the beginning. Tarot Grand Lux. Also, apparently it's been leaked that the ballroom is assessed going to cost $600 million, not $300 million, and apparently, allegedly, half of it is to be supplied by taxpayers. Now, we know how the budget blew out for the reflecting pool, and now that's just turned into a green algae slush pit again. So that was a huge waste of money. And apparently the algae itself is destructive of the lining that was chosen to put in the pool. So not only is it a huge waste of money because they've actually ended up with a massive repair job that's going to need to be done again. Just everything he touches, just unbelievable. At the time when there was talk about doing the reflecting pool, my guides very clearly showed that they would be water blasting, removing that skin that was put on the reflecting pool. at some stage in the future. Oh, just unbelievable. Anyhow, using the Tarot Grand Lux, having a look at Dan Bongino. Now, why am I looking at Dan Bongino? Because he is appearing in the news a lot lately. Apparently, allegedly, entertainment only, he was in the Situation Room when there was discussions about the Epps files. He resigned as FBI Deputy Director in December 2025 when it gets so bad that even someone like Bongino can't stand it. Mind you, he lasted longer than the Moose did. You know who I'm talking about during the first term. Oh gosh, I know the name and usually it just rolls off the tongue, but I can't even think of it at the moment. But you know who I'm talking about. The Moose from the first term. What did he last? 11 days or something before he said, I can't do this. Anyhow, Bongino lasted a little bit longer, but he left. He's apparently got a book coming out called Spygate, which is actually, I had to have a chuckle because he was supposed to be going on a book tour with his book called Spygate, The Attempted Sabotage of Felon, claiming that it was a comprehensive story about how the Obama administration and the Clinton campaign and foreign entities tried to sabotage the Felons campaign in the 2016 presidential election. Apparently, the book tour has been called off. So I'm wondering if he's actually had a change of heart. Supposedly facts. So former Secret Service agent and NYPD police officer Dan Bongino, really, was he? I know he's a podcaster. Joined forces with journalist DC McAllister to clear away fake news and show you how the felon's political opponents tried to sabotage his campaign and delegitimize his presidency. Right, I don't know who this DC McAllister is, but he's obviously the ghost writer. Talking about the role Ukraine played in legitimizing the perception that the felon was conspiring with the Russians. Well, yeah, because he was. Foreign players kick-started the felon Russian collusion investigation. Apparently were connected to the Clinton Foundation, whatever. The FBI failed to examine the DNC computers, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so there's really, there's not facts there. It's just he said, she said, speculation that they're putting as facts. However, so none of it's actually based in reality, but they're selling it as it is. But I gather he has cancelled the book tour. Now, he was in with the heat that he's getting at the moment. Now, apparently he was getting into a war with Tucker, Tucker with an F, over new claims about the Butler shooting. The feud was ignited after Tucker with an F claimed on his podcast that Bongino told him the president shut down the investigation into the attempt in 2024. So this is Tucker with an F claiming that Bongino told him the president shut down the investigation, which wouldn't surprise me that he did. And I mean, to be honest, if it was an actual attempt, you'd want to find out. But if it wasn't an actual attempt, you'd want it shut down so they didn't find out the truth. Now, also, you've got to remember that I read at the time that it was a false flag attempt or fake attempt, a staged attempt, however, and I got that the young fellow was supposed to be firing blanks, but he wasn't, and you had a couple of people who were either unalived and or wounded. But the feud ignited after Tucker with an F claimed on a podcast that Bongino told him the president was the one to shut down the investigation. And Bongino himself was terrified when I spoke to him in December. Now, remembering in December was when he resigned from the FBI. Visibly furious, Bongino hid back, accusing Tucker and felon of a cover-up. Um, Oh, and said that accusing him and the felon of a cover-up was delusional. However, Tucker is saying that he has evidence. Now we know. Look, the flag was lowered so it would at the time, so it would fly just at the right height. The photographers were ushered into the front of it. So this is all coming out about Bongino. Now, Bongino was also apparently, allegedly, in the Situation Room at the time during the summer of 2025. Bongino was growing increasingly frustrated and angry. He understood the interest in EPS and had repeatedly sounded the alarm to the felons team. The outcry over the DOJ's bungling was gaining momentum. So this is on the Daily Wire. Okay, let's see if I can read the full story. And apparently, now this is the Situation Room where Shady was taking lead as they were trying to brainstorm and work out how to deal with the cry for the EPS files to be released. Reading the whole article. This is July 2025. The felon didn't want to release the files yet, even though he said it would be done on day one. Bongino repeatedly told the White House team that they weren't grasping how big a deal the drama was, that it wasn't just an online story, that it was bigger than that, etc., etc. So let's see where we go. Bongino was enraged by the memo and by the handling of the entire situation, argued with Petal that he would not align with their transparency promises, and pushed hard for the FBI seal to be left off the letter. Okay, so this is an argument between Petal and Bongino, but I just want to have a look. Bongino has his own, sorry about the long waffle at the front, I'm just trying to get my head around it. I want to have a look to see why Bongino, what is it? Bongino's been in the news a lot lately in not a very flattering light. There's been leaks that are coming out. I don't know whether he's the leaker himself. I want to know why Bongino? Why Bongino? I did a reading a couple of weeks ago from memory, or a month ago, on Bongino as well. For some reason, he was popping up. I'll have to go back and have a look, because often these characters, they come through in a reading when something big is about to break. Now, I've got two cards fly out, so come on down. Bongino. I suspect this is the signifier and this one is the challenge. Let's see. Up, 5 of coins is my, yes, no, deck's not upside down. It's just the way they fell out. The 5 of coins, loss, rejection, out in the cold, wanting a financial handout. I mean, he's got a podcast that I suspect is probably popular. I'm not quite sure. But this is cast out. This is also my card for moral, financial, and ethical corruption. 2 5s. You guys were seeing me shuffle. And here we've got the throwing under the bus, the infighting that's going on. There is a power vacuum at the moment, an obvious power vacuum underway. So this is why there's infighting to try and gain control. But 2 5s. 5s are real turning points when something quite challenging and potentially destructive occurs. So the signifier is the 5 of coins and the challenge is the 5 of wands. We've got the wheel of fortune turning here, karma coming and biting on the backside. In the past, we've got the 2 of swords, a choice that needed to be made, hiding behind the veil. Often this is being able to see through the veil. So this is legal choices. Remember, he was deputy FBI, if I get that correct. So this was legal choices that he had to make, two of them possibly. So we're looking at the Epps leak and the butler, potentially, which is being seen through. Both of them are being seen through, but he's trying to hide behind this ever-thinning veil. Okay, in the past. Crowning the reading, we've got the Lovers card. So some sort of contract agreement, circling each other in this mating display. I hate to call it that. What's going on here with the Lovers card? It's also an unbalanced relationship. So crowning over this reading, we've got this circling around each other in this unbalanced relationship. Got the Knight of Wands, volatile information being brought forward in the immediate future. A lot of it very quickly coming to a climax point. There's the Rusky. Okay. Oh, I'm getting his book is going to be proven to be fake. His claims in his book. There's the Empress, my Rusky card. A lot of information coming out about Ruskies. At the G7, apparently, the felon is now, because he was the last person in his ear, siding with Zelensky. I imagine the Kremlin's going to get on the phone really quickly. But yeah, a lot of information coming out either from or about the felon's connections with the Ruskies. Hopes and fears, the Six of Cups, the naivety in the past. The gift from the past that's just going to turn out to be naivety. Eight of Cups, being forced to walk away. Hanged Man. Excuse me. Sacrifice stopped. Nine of Swords, nightmare situation. The Hierophant. The Knight of Cups. The false proposition on behalf of the regime. The Queen of Cups, and having to defend, trying to keep a lid on the situation and having to try and defend his position. I get the feeling, yeah, the Star, see you later, with the Eight of Swords, as in restricted, confined. I think his book that he was flogging, there is, because everything that he's claiming as fact from what I read from that brief blurb is just opinionated BS, presented as fact. I think his book is going to be exposed as being based on lies. I mean, why do they always do this book thing? What is it with this book thing? I don't get the book thing. So tell me, so you've got Bongino full on in battle with Tucker with an F. I haven't got a nickname for Bongino. Knight of Coins, the mercenary. The Five of Swords, yet another five. So that's the third five that's popped up for him. It's not going to go real well. The mercenary, presenting this book full of falsehoods with that Five of Swords. He's going to have to defend the position. The Star and the Lovers, because it was written with some sort of agreement to make somebody look a star. You got the Nine of Cups, be careful what you wish for, because you end up getting tied to that devil. Tied to the devil. I can't shake it, it's the book. The book is going to be outed as fiction. Complete fiction. Show me Bongino's book, Spygate. What sort of future does his book, Spygate, have? Forced to walk away. Eight of Cups. The publisher may even walk away from it. Ace of Swords is the truth. Page of Wands is brought forward. Page of Cups. Ace of Wands. He's going to be shown to be a fool as the secrets are outed. We've got the King of Coins, the Sun and the Moon, and the false victory, and the Five of Swords again. It's going to be outed as fiction. He's going to be proven that it was complete fiction. Then you've got this full exposure of the lies, deceit, betrayal that led to this false victory and this stealing, abuse of power, treason, betrayal, etc. Could be is not real, releasing information about Fleon or Fleon's involvement, because the King of Coins is usually my Fleon involvement in a stolen election. Ace of Swords, Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Ace of Wands. Being forced to walk away, walk back, walk away. He be going to have egg on his face. Right, is Bongino it's going to be outed as a work of absolute baloney fiction. He's going to lose all his integrity from all sides. Oh, and Carlson. Why am I barracking for Carlson? Why is that happening? Goodness me, enemy of my enemy. Okay, what do I want to have a look at? Is Bongino going to actually truth tell? Gosh, that'd be a shock to the system, wouldn't it? Come on down, let's have a look. Is he going to truth tell? Oh man, can we have a reading for this regime without the tower? No, we can't. Full implosion, going down, the false victory being exposed, the King of Cups. Could be, I mean, it's not Biden himself, it's what Biden put in place potentially. The Star is finding itself in the past, the Page of Cups, unexpected information coming forward that's turning into a nightmare with the Nine of Swords. We've got the Eight of Cups, we've got money trails here. Who did he get paid for to write this on behalf of the Hierophant? You've got justice coming for him. He's going to be in trouble here. Naivety in the past, Three of Swords, and the infighting and the ending with the world. And then the Ace of Cups, emotionally overwhelming, and Queen of Swords, and the Lovers. Information coming out about the Lovers. He might find himself and the Hermit investigation into the dark. He might find himself in biggish trouble. On the bottom, I've got the Four of Cups. He's hanging on for the moment. He's looking for something to save him. The Temperance is creating alchemy, something out of nothing. Five of Cups, regret. Ten of Swords, going down. Is he going to? Not voluntarily is what I'm getting there. As things wash out, after the felon is deceased and Bongino finds himself called as either a witness or something with a court case, then he will, oh, that's my doorbell going off if you can hear that, the docs. um, yeah, ending up in a big pickle under oath. Okay, leave it there. Love to you all. Catch you later. Bye bye.